Hello, my name is John Tennyson. I'm a docent here at the California Automobile Museum in Sacramento, California, where we have more than 150 cars for you to take a look at. Everything from a Benz Motorwagen, one of the first cars in 1886, a replica, all the way up to electric cars and prototypes of fuel cell cars and everything in between. So today I'm going to tell you a little bit about this 1925 Chrysler. And this car is important because it was a breakthrough car, number one, and it was the beginning of Chrysler Corporation as well. Now, this car is an all-steel sedan, and by the 20s, most cars had steel tops, whereas in the previous era, in the teens, before World War I, most were open cars. So people were demanding weatherproof cars with windows and tops. Also, the car has a bumper. A lot of the older models back before World War I didn't even have bumpers. It has an electrical system for lights, whereas older cars had gas-run lighting. And also of interest on this car is the hood ornament. Most cars had a motor meter here of this era, which is like a little thermometer that showed you whether or not the car was overheating. But Chrysler in 1924, when this car came out, and this is a 25 model, but they're basically the same, put a fuel, or rather a temperature gauge on the dashboard and turned the motor meter into a hood ornament. Those are the wings of Mercury on a helmet that sort of looks like it came out of a Wagnerian opera. But this car was really important as the first car. It was a medium price car. It cost about $1,800. When you compare that with a Model T Ford of that era, where that you could buy at least the basic Ford for $300. So the breakthrough with regard to this car are two things. First of all, it had a high performance, high compression 6-cylinder engine, and this car was used, at least in the Roadster version, in a number of races, including endurance races like Le Mans in France. But even more importantly than the engine, this was the first American production car with four-wheel hydraulic brakes, which Chrysler had arranged through licensing with the Lockheed Aircraft Company. And this was a breakthrough car because Chrysler Corporation came about in 1924, so it was late to the game, unlike Ford and General Motors and Hudson and Nash and Studebaker that had existed for 20 or 30 years. But by 1932-33, Chrysler was number 2 in production and sales, outperforming Ford until 1951. So again, come into the Automobile Museum here in Sacramento and we'll tell you the backstory of this car. There's many more stories to tell you. Every car has a story, and thank you for watching.